If you want to go out now. But if you stand again, I'll lord you out. Make your mind up. And then shut up and get out.
Breaking tonight, and this time it's not hyperbole. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom has just been thrown out of his own parliament, ejected like an unruly spectator, and it took 7 words to detonate the biggest political meltdown in modern British history. No edits, no spin, just pure, unfiltered collapse in real time. Wednesday, 12:15 p.m, Parliament packed, cameras humming, routine Prime Minister's questions, the weekly ritual until it wasn't. In exactly 3 minutes, 300 years of political tradition would snap like a dry branch. Nigel Farage rises, calm, cold, almost too controlled. The Prime Minister promised to stop the boats. Then he drops the numbers. 45,000 illegal crossings, deportation flights cancelled, $8 million per day on hotels and leaked documents showing secret talks with Brussels. Every line is a hammer. Starmer's face stiffens. Labour benches shuffle. This isn't a debate. This is a dismantling. And then Starmer stands. Without being called, he doesn't speak. He erupts. How dare you lecture this government on compassion? His voice cracks, finger stabbing across the chamber, fury pouring out like a burst pipe. Veterans of Parliament stare. This isn't passion. It's a breakdown. The Speaker steps in. The Prime Minister will resume his seat. Starmer ignores him. Red-faced, shaking, raging, the Speaker tries again. Starmer keeps going, then the unthinkable. Standing Order 43. Silence. Dead, absolute silence. This rule is so old that most MPs have never seen it used. It gives the Speaker sole authority to remove any MP, including the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is directed to leave the chamber immediately. Gasps. Camera shutters. Starmer freezes. You can't be serious. Oh, I am, the Speaker replies. For the first time in British political history, a sitting PM is escorted out by security. The moment Starmer is escorted out, the chamber doesn't breathe. It inhales sharply, then erupts. Reporters scramble, staffers whisper like panicked birds, and every MP pulls out their phone at once. That single moment, the PM being told to leave, becomes the most replayed 5 seconds in modern British politics. Within 60 seconds, the clip hits X, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp groups, Telegram channels, and every newsroom inbox in London. Journalists sprint out of the gallery as though fire alarms just went off. 30 seconds later, it becomes the #1 trending video in the UK. 2 minutes later, it trends in Europe. 5 minutes later, it hits worldwide top trends. A rush, PM thrown out. The captions write themselves. Starmer loses it. Speaker ejects PM. Unprecedented meltdown. International outlets scramble for context. CNN breaks into live coverage. Sky News goes wall-to-wall analysis. Al Jazeera reruns the clip on loop. Australia calls it the most explosive parliamentary moment since Brexit. India debates whether the UK is entering a governance crisis. Even late-night American talk hosts pick it up mid-show. And then the numbers arrive. Starmer's approval rating drops 15 points in one night. Pollsters double-check the data, thinking it's an error. It's not. Focus groups use words no Prime Minister ever wants next to their name. Unfit, volatile, out of control. Call-in shows erupt with fury. When a man can't keep calm in his own parliament, how's he going to run a country? One caller shouts, echoing a rapidly growing sentiment. Meanwhile, Farage's calm posture during the confrontation becomes political gold. Reform UK gains tens of thousands of new sign-ups. Their website crashes twice under the load. Donations surge. Farage walks outside Parliament that same evening and delivers a statement so surgically calm that it only highlights Starmer's collapse even further. What we saw today, Farage says, was not passion. It was a total loss of self-control. That clip alone racks up 50 million views in just 20. By day 3, the meltdown isn't just a moment. It has become a narrative, one that grows more poisonous by the hour. The media machine has sunk its teeth in and it refuses to let go. Every network rolls out body language experts, psychologists, former advisors, constitutional scholars, image consultants, all dissecting Starmer's rage. Frame by frame, like detectives revisiting a crime scene. Headlines turn brutal. The Guardian labels it a moment of madness. The Mirror publishes a front page asking, "What have you done, Keir?" The Telegraph frames it as a collapse of prime ministerial authority. Late-night comedians splice Starmer's shouting with dramatic opera music. Meme pages overlay him with exploding volcano animations. But beneath the humour, a darker shift emerges. The public is genuinely questioning his stability. Inside Labour HQ, things get uglier. Shadow ministers whisper to journalists off the record. MP group chats leak. One senior Labour figure reportedly says, "If this continues, we're finished at the next election." In marginal seats, panic spreads faster than any virus. MPs stop defending Starmer on camera. Some outright refuse to appear on political shows. But the worst blow comes from constitutional experts. They begin asking questions that shake the foundations of government. Can a Prime Minister expelled by the Speaker still claim the authority to govern? Did he violate ministerial rules? Does this set a precedent for removing future leaders? Has the Speaker effectively demonstrated a new line of accountability? Every new question deepens the crisis. Starmer remains silent. No press conference, no explanation, no attempt at damage control. That vacuum becomes fatal. Silence lets the story metastasise. Meanwhile, Reform UK releases a devastating side-by-side video. Farage, calm, controlled, composed. Starmer red-faced, yelling, shaking. The video racks up millions of views per hour. Then the polls drop hard. Labour sinks to 28%, their lowest point in years. Reform surges to 23%, nearly overtaking them for the first time ever. Farage ranks above Starmer in best Prime Minister polls. A political realignment once. By the second week, the meltdown transitions from national scandal to full-blown political crisis. Labour's internal unity fractures completely. Senior MPs submit private letters of no confidence. Advisers leak stories about volatile moods, erratic decision-making and an emotional shutdown inside Number 10. Staff begin polishing CVs. Long-time allies stop answering calls. Angela Rayner allegedly confronts Starmer behind closed doors, calling his outburst a disgrace to the party. Other Labour grandees whisper that the role is breaking him. The press prints every rumour, every leak, every hint of collapse. Meanwhile, Conservatives sense blood in the water. Rishi Sunak stands outside Parliament and declares, "A Prime Minister who cannot control himself cannot control the country." Tory strategists discuss the timing of a no-confidence vote. Some MPs privately say they've never seen a Prime Minister look weaker. International reaction grows more uneasy. Commonwealth nations quietly request briefings on UK stability. Washington asks whether leadership remains consistent. Brussels wonders aloud whether Britain still has a reliable negotiating partner. The meltdown becomes a geopolitical concern. Meanwhile, Farage conducts a relentless nationwide tour. At every event, giant screens replay the meltdown like a cinematic trailer. He steps on stage afterward and simply asks, "Does this look like leadership to you?" Crowds roar back, "No!" Public trust in UK politics craters to 23%, the lowest point ever recorded. Voters across the country describe Parliament as a circus, a joke, a mess. Even lifelong Labour supporters begin reconsidering their loyalty. Then comes the symbolic death blow. Comedians stop making jokes. They don't need to. The real footage is funnier than anything they can script. That's when a politician truly loses the country. Not when people laugh with you, but when they laugh at you. The old political structure, Labour dominance, Conservative fallback, predictable two-party swings begins to crack. Reform transforms from a protest movement into a national contender, and everyone senses what's coming. This isn't a political moment, it's a power vacuum, and someone is about to fill it. 3 weeks after the eruption that stunned the world, the United Kingdom stands at the brink of a political realignment not seen in generations. The government looks paralysed, the opposition looks shattered, and the country, exhausted and disillusioned, feels like it's waiting for something, anything, to break the stalemate. Inside Labour, the knives are fully out. Backbenchers plan a leadership challenge. Shadow cabinet ministers meet privately without the Prime Minister present, discussing transition scenarios. Strategists, once confident of a decade of power, now talk quietly about limiting the damage. The Conservatives sharpen their attack. Every interview, every statement, every headline includes one message: he lost control. They push for a no-confidence vote, hoping to crush him while he's weakest. Reform UK, meanwhile, becomes the unexpected centre of gravity. Their rallies swell, their donations spike, their momentum becomes undeniable. Polls show Farage not only outperforming Starmer, but being seriously considered as a future Prime Minister by voters who once dismissed him outright. Commentators call it a political earthquake, a once-in-a-lifetime shift. The moment British politics changed direction. And through it all, Starmer remains silent. No apology, no explanation, no counterattack, just a vacuum, a void, a leader who looks like he's already accepted defeat. So we arrive here, at the precipice. A Prime Minister humiliated on live television, a Speaker forced to use a rule older than America, a nation watching its political order fracture, a rising force in Reform UK reshaping the battlefield, a Conservative Party sensing opportunity, and a Labour Party tearing itself apart. The next move will define the next decade. Will Starmer resign? Will Labour fall into civil war? Will Reform overtake them? Could Farage actually enter number 10? Or is this the slow